Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. I'm Kel. This is Working with Resonance. We're doing a relationship read for Gemini. Welcome, Gemini. Thank you for being here. We're going to be looking at overall energies for you, your person, and your connection for the next 4 to 6 weeks. And then we're going to look at you, your person, and the connection in more details. So let's just jump straight into your overall energies for the next 4 to 6 weeks. Gemini, you have the Queen of Wands and the Six of Wands. You are on fire. On fire. You are full of passion, purpose, creativity, ready to make waves, and very successfully. Could be feeling like things flow very easily for you over the next 4 to 6 weeks. Gemini, let's have a look at the overall energies for your person. We have the Empress, and we have the Seven of Discs, or the Seven of Pentacles. New opportunities presenting here for your person. They too are very much in the flow of things. Feeling very connected. However, there is definitely some new opportunities presenting for them, a reevaluation of something that they have been working on or trying to bring into being. There is a new way of doing things presenting for them, for the connection itself. You have the Wheel. The Wheel of Fortune. So there is some shifts in the connection itself unfolding over the next 4 to 6 weeks. It is presenting as though these may be mutual changes or mutual shifts. Something perhaps that you have discussed already or are going to be discussing very soon, Gemini. Let's put these ones aside and we will have a look at you in a little bit more detail, your side of things, what's happening for you individually, energetically, for the next 4 to 6 weeks. We have, doesn't want to come out, the Queen of Pentacles, Five of Wands, Three of Wands, Nine of Swords, Ten of Wands, Justice, Queen of Wands, and Temperance. You might be doubting a sense of stability or security. You might be doubting your worth just now or recently. You could be feeling also as though you are constantly coming up against a particular obstacle. There is a new opportunity presenting here for you, Gemini, with the Three of Wands. However, there are some old beliefs or values being challenged because this new way of doing things, this new opportunity presenting for you, is triggering some fear or anxiety with the Nine of Swords. Old beliefs and values are being brought to the surface for reevaluation and release over the next 4 to 6 weeks, and it appears that you are taking full advantage of that with the Ten of Wands and Justice. Releasing the burdens, releasing the frustration, and coming back into balance, into alignment with your essence, with your truth. It could feel like a decision that you're making. Potentially here a decision to follow your heart, follow your dreams, follow your creativity, breaking out of the shoulds and shouldn'ts. And moving into a space of alignment, of a sense of purpose, a sense of passion, a sense of creativity, a really strong sense of feeling quite powerful. Not taking any action here. So it feels like, and it appears here, that where you've met this constant, it feels like it's just the same obstacle coming back over and over and over and over. This challenging or causing a sense of doubt about your stability, your security, is passing. That doubt is being released and moving into this resonance with purpose and passion and creativity. Let's have a look at your person. So they've got the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Swords. They're right at the beginning of something here. The Seven of Cups, Queen of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Strength, Seven of Wands, and the Queen of Cups again. Okay. They're definitely moving into the flow here, moving into alignment, but they're right at the very beginning of the unfolding here. So how they react or respond over the next 7 to 10 days to these frequencies coming through for them, the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Swords, is going to influence how things unfold for them over the next 4 to 6 weeks. It's likely that they're feeling like they can't please anybody, that they can't do anything right, they can't get any traction, feeling a bit like they're on a roller coaster. There are some emotions presenting through the Queen of Cups and the Seven of Cups. They too have a lot of doubt and confusion and questioning, moving into their emotional body. It's very, very deep, it feels, in their emotions. Could be dealing with a water sign, possibly. If it is presenting that this is an old pattern of behaviour, when they're feeling challenged, they kind of just fall into a heap, really, really get immersed in the emotions of it. It doesn't feel like this is going to be an extended period of time where they're in their emotions, because they're presenting here as quite resilient and reconnecting with their path or their This is a physical in the physical. So they're realigning with some kind of goal that they have set, potentially in terms of work or investment. Moving out of the emotional body and into their intuitive guidance, not yet in the instincts, but through the mind, their intuition starts to guide them. Towards the end of the 4 to 6 week period, Seven of Wands, part of this realignment for them is coming back into themselves, just taking some time out. It could present externally or manifest through them as defensiveness, leave me alone, I need my space, don't talk to me. But it is moving them into a period of strong inner reflection and realignment. They have some source code activations probably around that 6-week mark, but will probably continue to unfold over 6 to 8 weeks. So they're tapping into a new aspect of the Queen of Cups frequencies, moving from being immersed in the emotions to being able to flow with them and use the emotions as a guide, tapping into the intuition, coming through the mind space. That's okay. They're showing here that they are open to expanding their awareness and learning how to do things differently. This is really aligning with their overall energies of the Empress and the Seven of Discs. So, as they're finding their feet, you two are finding your feet with the Ten of Wands and Justice, moving then into the Queen of Wands. Your release here, they're having an emotional, wrong one. They're having an emotional release. Yours is more probably a sense of dissatisfaction with or frustration from that, whatever it is, that obstacle that keeps presenting for you in regards to your stability. So let's have a look at the connection and see if that makes anything a little bit clearer. We've got the King of Cups, Page of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. Wow. Okay. So in the connection, and these are often your talking points, okay? But these things are where you're kind of meeting energetically over the next 4 to 6 weeks. King of Cups is moving here from suppressing the emotions to observing them, acknowledging them, loving them, and just letting them be. It's that resilience coming to the fore for both of you, where you're able to remain calm even though the external probably looks like and feels like it's in chaos emotionally. Now, to start this 4 to 6 week period, it is presenting that both of you could be holding back on expressing how you feel. And then moving to some more authentic communication about these are the emotions that I'm feeling right now, not immersed in them. It does feel like the communication is quite calm. It's just a simple, objective statement of fact. There's no externalization here. There's no projection onto each other. This does turn quite inward, as this is how I'm feeling right now. It does feel like there's some understanding, compassion presenting between the two of you as you find a way to communicate and listen, not so much to the words, but to the vibrational transmission of what's being expressed. Your communication is going to fire up somewhat around the 5 to 6 week mark with the Page of Wands, starting to express much more openly, honestly, authentically with the Page of Wands. This is also occurring around the time of a significant Mars activation. And what's happening with Mars in this activation is a release or a transmutation of distorted masculine frequencies into source masculine frequencies. Now, this is going to affect both of you internally, those frequencies that you have held in the past from the distorted masculine, so the residues of those frequencies that are held within the body. So both of you are presenting here as having that release, but what it's also doing is allowing more truth in the communication. It almost feels like it's a revelation of self on both sides. This is who I am. This is how I am, warts and all. Love me or leave me. It's just how I am right here, right now. There is a soul path activation for both of you around the 6 week mark. Again, source code activations coming through, presenting here quite more intensely on the side of your person. They feel much more like they're only at the beginning of spiritual awakening. You are presenting here a little further along in your spiritual journey with the Queen of Wands and Temperance. And also, generally, throughout this 4 to 6 week period, you're facing the fear, you're feeling it, you're acknowledging it, but you're just allowing it to unfold. There's nothing here that is presenting on your side that you're getting immersed in any of the emotions. Yes, you feel it. As soon as you become aware of it, you're kind of stepping back into the observer space and allowing things to continue to unfold. Your person is much more in the emotional roller coaster, particularly at the beginning of this 4 to 6 week period. But it's the communication that saves you, both of you, really, during this time. So moving away from the distorted communication, the suppression of how you feel, to openly saying, this is what my experience is right now. And there is that compassion presenting on both sides. There you go, Gemini. That is your relationship read this time around. Hope it helps in some way. Thank you so much for being here, so much for watching. Lots of love. I'll see you again soon.